Hello students, Mr. Bastias here. Welcome to Unit 2, Week 2, Day 7. Make sure you have your meaning mapper, article a day, and your book of knowledge. At least have a paper and pencil to write with. Today we will learn about volcanoes by discussing words and images in the text. Let's get started. I want you to use your fingers to name 3 things you would pack to bring with you if you needed to leave your house in case of an emergency. What 3 things would you bring with you in case of an emergency? Here are the 3 things I would bring with me. First, I would bring water just in case I got thirsty. Second, I would bring my iPhone so I could communicate with people. And third, I would bring my medicine so that I feel healthy the whole time. So I want you to look at this template, and it has our focus word damage in the middle. And the word damage is when you hurt or harm something. And the first thing it's asking you to do on the top left here is to define the word in your own words. Then write down some characteristics or facts about the word. Then some examples. And finally, some non-examples, things that are not examples of the word damage. So take a few minutes to do that, and then I will show you how I did it. Okay, so here's how I did it. Damage, in my own words, is when something is broken, when something doesn't work. Some characteristics of something that's damaged is that it is not working. Some examples of something that is damaged are my toys here. My toys are damaged, they are not working. So I'm going to put an example from my life is toys. And some non-examples, some things that are working is my light. My light is working perfectly. So I'm going to put my light because it is not damaged. So let's get started with our article a day, staying safe near volcanoes. Name 2 things you recognize in this picture on the left. Give examples of what they're used for. How are they related to the topic we have been learning about? So 2 things I see are water and batteries. Water is used, so that you are not thirsty, and batteries are used to power different things. I think they're related to this topic because we've been talking about emergencies, and these are things that you would use in an emergency. Let's get started with our article a day. A volcano is an opening in the ground. Some volcanoes erupt. Erupt means to burst suddenly, like the volcano in this picture. Lava comes out. Lava is hot liquid rock. Here is some lava. Some people live close to a volcano. How do they stay safe? They prepare. They pack a first aid kit. The kit has dust masks and goggles. Goggles like these, like we saw in the picture at the beginning. It also has a flashlight and a radio. Here's a flashlight. People pack food and water too. Experts watch the volcano. They try to figure out when it will erupt. Then they warn people. They tell them when to leave. People take their first aid kit. They go to a safe place. Here is the first aid kit, just like the one we saw at the beginning. It has lots of different things for emergencies. Now I want you to write down 2 or 3 things you learned in your book of knowledge. So take a moment to write those down. As always, I'm going to go back to my article so I can find my evidence. So the first thing I learned is that sometimes volcanoes erupt. So I'm going to write that down in my book of knowledge. I learned that sometimes volcanoes erupt. Going back into the article to find something else I learned. Another thing I learned is that people that live near volcanoes prepare a first aid kit just in case of an emergency. I also learned that people that live near volcanoes prepare a first aid kit just in case of an emergency. This article makes me think of Moana, because Moana had a volcano monster, and this volcano reminded me of that. What did you write down in your book of knowledge? Last, I want us to look at our meaning mapper. And again, we have the word damage in the middle. When you damage something, you harm it or hurt it. We already added the word choose and injury. What word would you add to your meaning mapper that is also related to the word damage? I added the word roof because I've seen roofs that are damaged, just like the roof in this picture. It's damaged because it is broken, it is not working properly. The last thing I want to do is add the word roof to my word wall. And that is it for us, students. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.